What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We're back with some Ozzy, some Azahriah. We're looking at Filter. First and foremost, please go support the artist. That's what we're here for. Jump over to his page. It's always linked in my description. Well, the song is. So go make sure you support. And yeah, if you like what I do, please like, comment, subscribe. Scribe Tribe. We've got some sick hats, shirts. We've got merch. Got some cool swag. Great way to support, so jump over there and check that out as well. Best way to get me is on Patreon. So that's where most of my requests like this one come from. You can just jump over there and DM me or drop it in the first post that's on that page that I pin there. Yeah, that's where a lot of requests do come from. So it's free to join. Some people support, some people don't. You don't have to. So we're looking at Filter. I've been requested this quite a few times. So yeah, I guess we'll slowly make our way through his camouflage. So this is just audio. Yeah, this is just audio only. I pulled up lyrics. I think I haven't read them yet. They look to be in English. I'll just listen first. But yeah, let's dive in.
So tell me what you feel when you're home alone. You're waiting for the day you feel okay. You know the day will never come. No, I don't know what you feel. Is it the pain in your eyes? Is it the scars on your wrist? No, I don't know, but I know one thing, that what I was doing, it came from my heart, my darling. I try to run, but there's a hole inside. You give me reason to feel alright. Baby, girl, just never let me go. And don't feel pressure, cause I give you everything you need. Like I'm even standing on my knees. Break down my chains and let me be free. Cause right now it's time to pick a side. I'll be waiting for you.
Sorry, I'll run that back a little bit so we can hear the guitar. But interesting. So this, as far as the lyrics go, initially it's either a conversation, and he's playing two parts right here, from a place of somebody who's kind of, you know, hurt somebody else, or somebody who is trying to help but has kind of exhausted all avenues of trying to help, and just, it's like, I don't, you know, you have your problems and I don't really know where you're coming from, but I've been trying to support the best that I can. But he used the reference like break my chains, is so basically saying like, this like attachment has to end, sort of thing. Like I've tried and tried and tried. I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what you're going through, but I can't fix it, sort of thing. Or there's the first thing that I said, and it's, you could take lyrics any way that you want to. That's the beauty in lyrics, but it could just be more of like a conversation of like manipulation. Like somebody who's struggling, but they're put in a place by somebody else made to struggle, and now they're finally like breaking away from that. So it's you could read into that, but we'll hear what else he has to say with this. Really beautiful, man. He sounds great. It's cool. I like doing his songs, and I've only done a couple, but like, because you never really know what you're gonna get. He might start rapping in a second, and that wouldn't surprise me at all. It's because he's such a genre bender that like, and he does it mid-song multiple times. Super unique, super interesting.
For you.
That reminds me of Game of Thrones. I don't know why, but that's the same kind of melody. You know what I'm talking about? It's kind of what that sounded like.
I guess that no one's ever felt what I felt today. But I need my paper, my pretty lady. By your side, I finally find a way to go high. Now I feel free. Ooh, now I feel free. But you also drown me in my sorrow. I guess my love's not enough for you, but I gave you, yeah, my pretty little baby. I gave every single thing that I had, more and more and more and more, till my final breath. But I hope you never ever know what I've done today. Until my final step, I said, until my final breath. But I hope you never ever know what I've done today.
His flow on that. So it's the lyrics, they sort of mimic the and I'll run it back a little bit, but it kind of mimics the latter part of what I said, because he's in the end of the second verse, or the beginning of, well, he says, like, he references My Pretty Lady, and he said, everybody's saying everybody needs somebody to be okay, and then he follows it up with but, which is usually, that's literally a contradictory statement. So what he's saying is, like, but I kind of don't. In this sense, right? Like I've exhausted all my efforts, and then in the third verse he literally defines that, just like I've tried and I've tried and I've tried. It's not for lack of love, it's just for lack of progress, right? Is kind of what he's getting at. He's just saying it a lot prettier than I am, a lot more poetic. I'm not a poet. I could be, actually. I've been known to write some lyrics, but let me see here. But I need my people. So basically, like, when you reference your people, it's like it could be family, friends, whatever. It's your safe zone. It's my people. That's, you're taking ownership of my people. So when you're referring to that, that's kind of like when you're talking about getting away from, my pretty lady, my, whatever. That's you're basically like reverting back to something that's safe for you, because where you're at is not comfortable anymore, right? 19 years have passed to put the pieces together, but you also drown me in my sorrow. I guess my love's not enough for you, but I gave you, my pretty little baby, every little thing that I had, and more and more and more, till my final breath. But I hope you never know what I've done today until my final step, until my final breath. But I hope you never know what I've done today. Interesting. So he references a final breath and a final step, and he says, you don't know what I've done today. You could take that a couple ways. There's a dangerous way that you could take that too. Sort of like not just I'm moving on from you, but I'm moving on from everything. And my people could reference something else too. But I'm not going to get too deep into that. But he leaves it a little open-ended there, but those are pretty hard references to final breath, final step. But he said until, so hopefully that we don't mean that's come already. Drown me in my sorrow. Yeah, there's a lot of negatively sort of charged kind of emotions built into this. 19 years, that's a long time to exhaust yourself of every effort to be there for, or if that's, and I could be completely wrong on the meaning of this song, but that's kind of where my mind took it. But of every effort to try to help or be there for somebody, just you give love and love and love and love, and then nothing seems to work, and it's just like you almost feel like you failed, right? And your kind of your end game is just you have to cut it, and it's hyper painful. But But again, hopefully not in any sort of dangerous way. But it's you could take that a couple ways with some of the words he uses there.
Today, until my final step, I said until my final breath. But I hope you'll never ever know what I've done today.
And then the song kind of dies out. Interesting. Really beautiful. So that's from Camouflage, right? That's a whole album, I take it. Those are deep lyrics, man. And like he didn't rap. He sang, and that's this heartfelt. He sang it beautifully. This dude's talented, man. It's, watch out for this man in the next. I mean, he's so young too. Yeah, I'm interested to see kind of what happens in the future for him. I think it's a lot of good things. He's so unique. It's kind of refreshing to when you find artistry like that. There's a lot of musicians out there, and then there's like true artists that put, you know, that you can feel emotion through their song, not just listen to it and say, oh man, that shit hits. You know, but anyways, that was Ozzy. That was Filter. Different side than I've seen so far. This one makes you think a little bit, makes you feel a little bit. But yeah, go support. Please go like and subscribe if you like what I do. Like, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it very much. Go check out some merch if you haven't. Great way to support. Jump over to Patreon. Best way to get me. It's free, and you can. That's where most of my requests come from, like this one. So just pop into my DMs and say what's up. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We'll talk to you on the next.